Hello and welcome to day 22. This is Mindset Monday of the 100 day 2-minute author challenge. My name is Christopher D'Armani and I am very excited to have you here today. And today's quote comes from C.S. Lewis, who said, "Hardships," let me pull that up, "hardships often prepare ordinary people for an extraordinary destiny." Nobody gets out of this life unharmed or unhinged, right? Every single one of us has gone through something that was deeply traumatic and very challenging. I shouldn't be laughing because this is actually serious stuff. Really challenging stuff, but if you're watching this video, it's because you want to write a book about those experiences and help someone else get through the same thing you did. That's called Transformational Nonfiction books. And let me just pull this up. Here's a really important point to remember, is that God never gives us more than we can handle. Not ever. Now, it may not feel like that in the moment. I know the times that I've gone through some really horrid stuff, it's never felt like, oh gee, God's got this and so do I. Yeah, more like, God, you got to carry me because I don't got this, right? That's really how it feels sometimes. But whatever the thing that you've been through in your past, that's the thing that's prepared you to write this transformational nonfiction book. You wouldn't be watching me doing this video if that wasn't the case. So, in the context of this, I love to think about Brené Brown's quote about writing the survival guide for someone else. And she said, "One day you will write your story about how you overcame what you went through, and it will be someone else's survival guide." So this is really important stuff. This is actually really the whole point that C.S. Lewis is making in his quote today, in that those hardships have prepared us for this path. So, is it your extraordinary destiny to help someone else? I would hope it is. I really do, because there's a lot of really great benefits that come out of that. So, but first, are you willing to dig deep into all that pain and suffering and the hardships to get crystal clear in your own heart and in your own mind about what that experience was, how it transformed you, and how you're able to find a path out of that? Because this is not for the faint of heart, right? This is serious work that requires serious effort. So, but if you are willing, and I pray that you are, then will you write that survival guide that Brené Brown talks about for whatever the issue is that you went through, whatever issue is that you found the path out of, and that can now share with someone else? So there's a few really great points about writing this type of book, and most of this actually applies, well, at least one of these things apply, even if you never ever get to the point where you feel comfortable publishing it. But the first thing is, writing your book is a sacred calling from God. You wouldn't have gone through those extraordinary hardships with God's support had you not been meant for this, right? It's also a duty. I personally firmly believe that if I've gone through some terrible traumatic experience and I found my way out of it to the point where I can actually live a normal, decent, healthy life, happy life, it's my obligation, my duty to share that information with anyone else going through a similar thing like that, right? It really is. But I would argue that the greatest gift of this whole process is the gift that you're giving to yourself. Because writing this story is going to be incredibly cathartic for you. You're going to be able to, I mean, I'm not going to say it's without its challenges, because you're going to have some difficult days throughout this, in all likelihood, but you're prepared for it. You're able to get clear again. I guess for me, it's all about clarity. It really is, in terms of getting clear about what you went through, why you went through it, and how you got out of it, and so you can share that entire story with someone else going through whatever a similar experience is. So I would highly encourage you, if any of this is resonating with you, to embrace your extraordinary destiny. Just do it. But do it through gratitude, love, joy, compassion, and of course with courage. Because using those 5 traits, those 5 character traits, or those 5 emotions, whatever you want to label them, that will make this entire process so much easier, so much simpler, and ultimately so much faster. So here's the thing. I have faith that you can do this. I have no doubt in my mind that you're completely capable of doing this. But you may have doubts, and that's perfectly normal. That really is perfectly normal. But if that does describe you and you want to just have someone to bounce some ideas off of, just to get some more of that clarity around maybe not necessarily what you went through, but how you got out of it, perhaps, and why it's on your heart to write this book, even if the entire idea of publishing it terrifies you at this moment, right? Just go to the link that you see on screen, christopherdiamani.net/streams, and schedule a half hour with me where we can talk through that entire process for you. So you can just gain that clarity about how you can turn this dream into a reality for you and help a lot of other people in the process. It's a really beautiful thing, and I would love to just be that sounding board for you so you can just listen to yourself saying out loud what you know you need to do already. That's it, ultimately, right? So if today's video helped you in some small way, I would love it if you would like it and share it with your writing friends. I would also love for you to write in the comments what your next step is. I would love to hear that. And of course, I've got the July giveaway for a lifetime subscription to Publisher Rocket. I would love for you to enter that as well. And to do that, just go to christopherdiarmani.net/giveaway. You can enter there. There's also some links to find out more information about Publisher Rocket if you're unfamiliar. It's an amazing tool that just gets better all the time. So the links are all there. And with that, again, I just encourage you to embrace that extraordinary destiny that God has for you. Because you didn't go through all those things for no reason. Maybe this is the reason. All right? So have a fantastic